I just don't understand. I just don't understand. What is happening? 11,000 to 6,000. Oh, are we back? Are we back? It's been so fucking long. Jesus Christ, I found every single thing in my closet for the last 20 years. I've been sitting here this whole time. Love the beard, thank you. Is this Keemstar? Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, well this is all... I think I need to shave real quick. Let me put on some mood music. 500 years later. God damn it. Ah. Mullet game has been coming on strong, fam. Mullet game is coming on strong. God damn, that was so fucking annoying. Okay, I think we're back. Jesus Christ. What an absolute disgrace. Click here to retry. Everything just broke, friends. I'm so sorry. Welcome on in again for like the 8th time. I now have like 100 different VODs up right now because I couldn't, there was no way to... Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Right as you took a break, I got to try Malord for the first time. Well, that sounds fucking fantastic. I told Mr. Cox and told him to mean things and to put your internet back on. Well, thank you. Okay, I have to go through all of these as well, my friends. This is just absolutely crazy to me. Mighty Anna, thank you again. I'm going to start from the beginning, so pardon me as I thank all of the absolutely wonderful people. God of Potatoes, thank you again for the 26 months. Frickin' Win for the 8 months. Hey, I'm Think with 14 months. Hello, Koala with the 14 months. Beagle with 9. Tubba, thank you again for the 13 months. Hawk, thank you for the 17, bro. Filthy Beans with the 15 months. Ritterhawk with the 8 months. I love you too. I love you too. Jesse the Professor! Thank you for the 6 months, my friend. I appreciate you. Lethal Lee, thank you for the 6 months. Time Commander, thank you for the 8 months. Adam is true. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the 8 months as well. Cheesy Bussy! Cheesy Bussy. I like saying Bussy now. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to keep saying Bussy. Thank you for the 15 months, bro. Oh. Where'd it go? Wait, where did, fuck! They're all gone! They're all gone! God damn it! Friday Elm Street, thank you for the 9 months. Do 60, thank you for the 5. Hog Honcho, thank you for the 11 months. Captain Matthew, thank you for the 9 months. Robot Eating Hot Dog, thank you for the 6 months. Scarl, thank you for the 5. Dramadeer, ah! Thank you for the 2 months. Says a bit. Thank you for the 15. Gonzo, thank you for the 4 months. I fucking appreciate you. Arisaka, thank you for the 11. Rizzoli, thank you for the 5. Gifted. Spiraya, thank you for the 4 months. Thick Astronaut, thank you for the 10. Aloha to you too. Bone Apple Pete, thank you for the welcome back. Thank you for the 3 months. I never know, man. Thank you for the 11 months. Rizzoli, thank you for the gifted sub to Bobby Shroom. Cheeky Delinquent, thank you for the 14 months. Dreadful Wind with the 5. Spiraya with the 1. Thank you. Ghostly Gaming, thank you for the 10 months, my brother. Cheesy Pussy, thank you for the 5. Callum Extended, thank you for the 13 months. Holy shit. Y'all are going fucking mental. I wish I could go. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't even look at you. Also, where are my... What? Where's all of my information on this stream? Is everything just broken? Wait, hold on actually. Where refresh? None of my things are working right now. Oh, there they go. Okay, they just pop back up. Thank you. Thank you for the welcome backs, everybody. Hold everything on this stream is. Bro, I'm gonna cry. Why is nothing working? Alert box? Alert box? Are you working? So glad you're back. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad to be back too. I'm really, really glad to be back too. Okay, so that's working. Let me click this button. Jeepers, creepers. All of the alerts, all the browser sources have been broken. All of the things just have they just decided to not work. Classic. Hi everybody. Hi Beepy. Thank you, Khalid. It's good to see you too. I want you you might want to take your headphone. Okay, well I'll wait for that to play.
Hey,
I'll wait.
Booty, you might want to take your headphones
Okay,
off
maybe I'll
because
listen a
I'm
little
going to
bit.
compliment you
How
now.
dare you?
Thank you so much for making such a wonderful place with your stream. You are so kind to everyone and we notice and really appreciate you. Less than 3.
Well, well, you don't have to say nice things. I thought that was going to be, you could have said something mean to me.
25
Thank you, Mr. Mustache. Thank you, my friend.
Glad to see
It's
you
so
back.
good to see you all again.
Booty love.
Welcome home, friends. Welcome back to the Booty Land, huh? Welcome back, homies. Do I feel your love? You bet your bottom dollar I fucking feel your love, baby. Come on. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Oh my god. Jesse the Professor! Gifting 10 subs. Midnight Ghosty, thank you for the 13 months. Kathleen, thank you for the 5 months. Kelso, thank you for the fucking 12 months. Southpaw, Cyril, thank you for the 5 gifted. Kayla Lee, thank you for the 11 months. Bubzilla, thank you for the 6 months. Oren, thank you for the 13. Real Adam Player, thank you for the Prime, baby. Dreadful Win with the 10 gifted. Banty Pants with a year. Arisaka with 5 gifted. Jesus Christ. Nilk, thank you for the 4 months. Transfer with the 7 months. Hey, I'm Fink, thank you for the gifted to plug in, baby. Gonzo with the 5. Blue Tony with the 3 months. Acu Sharp with the 6 months. Uncle Honky, goddamn with the 9 months. Sturbies with the 3 months. Artesia with the 14 months. The Z-Tech Man, thank you for the 14 months. Sally at the Disco, thank you for the 2 months. So many more!
Watching the meteor shower, zooted, and
Let's
happy to be
fucking
hanging
go,
out with
fam.
My boy, Booty less than 3.
Can I send you a crocheted booty? Yes, always. Absolutely always. Steve Stacy, thank you for the 6 months. Shootles with the 10 months. Keep Chiefin with the 5 months. Jesse the Professor, thank you. Clapton, thank you for the 23 months. Lumpy Frock, god damn it, thank you for the 5. Mr. Mustache, thank you for the 18 months. Year and a half. Y'all are so cute. We're exclamation mark spark up, please. Please. Oh, it's not working. Why would it be working? Why? Of course. It shouldn't. Why would it ever work? Fuzzy Panda Man, thank you for the tier 3 at 10 months. Philly Thithalopod, thank you for the 9 months. Carrie Noir, thank you. Logan T. Daly, Leo Red Fang, Jesse Professor, Mr. Biz with the 10 subs. God damn it. Young Germ, thank you. Azak on Titan, What Up Zeep, thank you. Mighty Anna with the 5, thank you. Jalik with the 6 months. Marie, okay, thank you. Marie with the 17 months. Grim with 9 months. Blue Whale with 4 months. Zurricane with 7 months. Lazy Sidekick with 5 months. Tor! Thank you for the year and a half, my brother. My brother. Thank you, Khalid. Kodachrome. The other JZ. 25 months. Sunny! God damn, thank you for the 15 months. Mighty Anna with 5 gifted. God damn. Let's move this right back over here. God damn. Oh my god. All right, does Spark Up work? Does Spark Up work yet? Does Spark Up work yet? There it is, the sound of my people. Hello, everybody. We've been struggling for 30 minutes to try and get this stream working, but I hope it's finally up to speed now. Booty Swagga is very quiet. It is very quiet? Oh, you mean the bubbles? The bubbles are quiet. I think we're taking too small of rips. Well, that just sounds sad. All right. I see what you're saying here. Let's go to our little command actions. Let's go to the where do we have our sounds? Let's go to our little sounds. Let's go to our little spark up. Let's go to our little play sound. Let's make this up to like 40%. Probably could be a little higher than that. Let's make it like a 60%. Is this... okay, well, okay. That doesn't see... There you go. There you go, everybody. Now you're bubbling. Now you're bubbling. It was clogged. I just had to clean it, okay? Sorry, I haven't cleaned the bong in a month. You gotta forgive me, okay? There's a lot of housekeeping that needs to be done. There's a lot of housekeeping that goes on behind the scenes. I feel like when I came in... Not literally, of course, but I feel like when I opened OBS, you know when you haven't played Animal Crossing in a long time and you go into your home and there's like cockroaches everywhere? There's not literal cockroaches, but I feel there's like pieces of my life when you come back to it a month later and you just see something and you're like, now what was my thought process for this? Now, what was my thought process for keeping this empty can of soda on this bookshelf? So I just started, like, going through and just, like, what am I doing with my life? And I just kind of was like, after not being in my room for so long, I think I was, like sight blind to certain things. You just, like, pass by, things are just accepted as the way that they are, and then when you come back to it with a fresh eye, I'm like... Damn, bitch, you live like this? Not that I'm not a messy person. I'm not a messy person by any means, but like, I clean my room often, I vacuum my room often, but sometimes there's just stuff out that I just...
hope you're doing well.
Thank you, Plum Forest.
Much love.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I wouldn't be live if I wasn't feeling in the holiday spirit. The holiday being Twitch. But it's good to see your faces again, everybody. I really do mean that. Did you have to bring your own vacuum? Okay, I didn't have to bring my own vacuum, but I really wanted to. Ever since I've been, like, living on my own, every single Christmas, I usually would just ask my parents for, like household things. And so for one of my, I think it was for Christmas. It was Christmas or my birthday. One of them I asked for a really nice vacuum cleaner. My parents got me a really nice vacuum cleaner that then ended up being stolen from my last apartment. When I lived in Chicago, because they had like security cameras, so I never got my package and my parents were trying to keep it a secret, obviously, like, oh, it's a present, don't open it. And I'm sitting there like, I don't have a present. And they're like, what do you mean? We just thought you didn't know it was from us, so you didn't say anything. And I kept being like, I do not have a present. I have not received a package in months.
Booty Swaggan on Goat is such a beautiful man. Look at this mustache.
You're mistaken.
I love you so much.
You wrote that in the wrong chat.
Yes, oh no. That's
embarrassing. You resubscribed, but you wrote the wrong message to another streamer. I don't know who that was for, but it couldn't have been me. But they had a video of it, so I had to contact the property manager, who's like saw this dude like carry this big fucking vacuum cleaner box, like, because I was in like a locked gate. I don't know if you have them. It's like a U-shaped apartment complex, a little courtyard in between, and there's like a gate. So this dude was just like chilling, waiting for someone to walk in, held the gate, grabbed my box, and just like walked back to his car. Like a week later with Amazon, spoiled Christmas present later. I eventually did get that vacuum cleaner, and oh god, that thing could motherfucking suck. That thing, that I loved that vacuum cleaner so much. Oh my god, I miss it. Irvine, let's fucking go, fam. Thank you for the 4 months. Cartoonishly walking out. Oh, he was so smug. He was like, it was so fucking rude. It was so rude. I hated it. I have such like this is the first place that I have ever lived where I am never in a constant fear of needing to be at the door when an Amazon package arrives. I feel like that's like a phobia. I don't even think it's like a PTSD, but there has to be some sort of disorder that's developing with like food, with online packages and stuff like that, where if you live in an apartment complex, if you live in like not the best neighborhood and you have a home or a townhome and you're in constant fear of like package theft, trained fear. Yeah. It's a real thing, to the point of like, I still am not comfortable, even though I live in a home. It's a very nice, there's no need to worry where I live about any sort of package theft. And I know the day I have an Amazon package, I have the Amazon app like ready on my phone in my orders page for the track package. I have like one of my windows, if it is in the area, I know how many stops are close. And it just kind of is compulsive at this point. I don't even, I don't need to have it. And I can't physically stop checking every like 10 minutes. I'm like, my Amazon package is here. I literally can touch and reach my Amazon, like, I can touch my Echo Dot that sits to control my things, and it has a yellow light that tells you when your package is there, but it tells you like 15 minutes after it's there. And so when that dings, if the package is not in my hands, I have a panic that can only be described as like an anxiety attack. It's happened all week. Since I've been home, I've been ordering things that like I need, just household things, life things, just a bunch of stuff. And so now that I've been home and ordering packages again, it has been overwhelming with tracking the amount of like boxes and things. And again, I have to reiterate, I do not need to worry. I can have a package sitting out in the front door for months and no one would say anything. It would be there, but I still cannot, like, I basically don't want to see the Amazon driver hand it to me. But I also want it to be there as like if it was a Little Caesars hot and ready. I need it to be hot and ready for me as soon as I'm ready. Christmas shopping for the family. And this is I think my anxiety is a lot more prevalent because this is this is theft season. This is Amazon's worst nightmare. This is everyone stealing everything because that's what Christmas is all about. My neighbor has a Ring camera that shows both of our porches, and I still try to schedule delivery for days when I work from home. I feel it because honestly, at the end of the day, Ring doorbell camera footage, I don't think means a lot to the police. They're like, oh yeah, did you call Amazon? Did you call your bank? All right. Well, bye. Like that they really aren't going to be doing anything. Yep, that definitely was stolen. In my professional experience, that's a theft. All right. Fuck 12. I mean, I have my issues with them, but honestly, like, I don't know what the police. I mean, yes, it is theft, but like, I don't know. I'm not condoning this behavior. I hate it just as much as the next people. I wish that there was a full commercial service around this time of year for Mark Rober's like anti-theft package. If that was a thing, I would fully support that. I fully support vigilantism in the fact of making someone's life an absolute hell for doing something wrong. Like, I think that's the right moral compass that we need in the society. Like, if we had that kind of device around the holidays that you could just order and then you could just leave the packet. That is the greatest kind of concept. You order a package to your house, but you don't touch it. Hold on. Can we hold on? Trademark. Legally, I just trademarked this idea. Nobody can steal it, but if you want to work with me on this idea, Sharks, Oilers, I'm pitching this to you now. Based on my Amazon statistics last year, I sold 1.80 of these, but I'm looking for about a 90-10 investment on this opportunity. Write this down. How do I invest? You tell me I'm a good boy. I don't know. Sometimes we all just want a little affirmation, don't we? That's all we want. I don't want money. I just want you to look at oh, see? There we go. Okay, now I feel better. Thank you, chat. I just need some affirmation, you know? Leon! Let's
Oopsie
fucking
is
go,
bestest
fam.
boy.
Words of affirmation is my love language. Well, that's very sweet. I don't know what my love language is. My love language is
4 months already, we vibing.
Bunny McSnuggles. We vibin', fam. We vibin', fam. Physical touch is my love language. I feel I know that everyone always. Oh, I just ripped that piece of plastic. I know that I don't know what my love language is. There's 5 of them, right? What is your love language if it's all 5? What if I'm a needy bitch? What if I'm a needy bitch? What if I want them all? What if I can't choose though? Who can fix me? Deranged Penguin! Thank you for the 2 months,
Love you,
fam. I
beautiful
appreciate
man.
you. Preach Queen? That's what I'm saying. Why do I gotta be put in one box? Alright, Ash Ketchum. Okay, see, that's my love language. That's right, I'm Ash Ketchum. I thought you would fix me. We could fix each other, Zeep. Don't worry. We could fix each other. Speaking of fixing each other,
My love language is pre 911 air.
Erroneous! What's your name, that whip? Oh, that's tasty. Y'all, can I add something? So my OBS is super clean right now. I haven't done anything stupid to it, but do you want to do something stupid with my OBS real quick? Can I tell you one of the greatest joys I think I have ever had? And this is so dumb. This is so dumb. Can I tell you all, one of the greatest joys I've ever had in my life is creating the hit popular game show that everyone knows and loves on Twitch called Who Drives a Civic? So let me get this, let me just set this up real quick. Oh, wait. I already fucked this up. Okay. What up, homie? What up, to live 2 fucking years? Okay, I need to. I also forgot. I need to make some new sub badges. Y'all. We got 2-year Andes in the chat. God damn. More iconic than seen it? Absolutely. Please do it on another scene. Okay.
Good to see you back, buddy.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the 4 months. Stinky Barrel with the 21 months. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I missed it. Erroneous. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I missed. Oh my god, I missed so many. My love language is pre 9/11 airports. Oh my god, you need to fly into smaller airports. You need to go to smaller cities. You need to go to smaller airports because I can tell you what, that fantasy is not dead. The terrorists didn't take everything. Al-Qaeda didn't ruin small airports around America. They only ruined the big ones. So you can still have some of that. You can still find some of your love language around. You just have to go to like fucking Nome, Alaska. Or, oh, twist your arm, one of the random islands on Hawaii. Smaller airports? It depends. It depends on the smaller airport. Call me crazy, but the fatality rate on like a 747 or like a 737 seems infinitesimally smaller than one on like, I don't know, like a small passenger bystander plane. Maybe I'm crazy. If I'm wrong, please don't correct me. Let me live in my fantasy world. I have to fly into O'Hare soon and I'm terrified. O'Hare, by far, is my favorite airport in the entire country. I am not biased because my father worked there for 15 years. But O'Hare, I never have to worry about getting through security at O'Hare in less than an hour. I know that sounds daunting, but the line moves. If you've ever been to Disney World or Disneyland or another amusement park, the difference between standing still in a line for 30 minutes versus constantly just moving is substantial. And at least at O'Hare, you're always constantly moving. It's a large enough operation that the International is far away. Well, not anymore. Right now there's construction, so they're changing some stuff around. But O'Hare by far has the best, just smoothest operated machine The people that work there, it's the best TSA. It's the smoothest security checkpoint you can ever get through in your life. I'm incredibly biased, but I personally love O'Hare. Any other airport, in my mind, has to live up to O'Hare standard. That's just me personally. Also, I'm very judgmental living next to O'Hare my whole life because you can get anywhere. Like, O'Hare is like an international hub, meaning that the tickets are always usually cheap. Flying out to San Diego, where like LA is closer and LA has all the better flights, I feel like I live closer to Midway. It's... Atlanta Airport is my airport, and it's pretty easy to fly out of there. So O'Hare and Atlanta are the busiest airports. Atlanta is the biggest national airport. O'Hare is the biggest international airport. You have more national traffic. It's like Atlanta's the hub for our country, and O'Hare is the biggest for like connecting the U.S. everywhere else. Every time I have a layover in Midway, I want to fucking die. Midway has its charms. You get the nice little musical doot, the nice little thing that's been there for 50 years. You could drive by Sox Park. You could get some Harold's Chicken on your way there if you take a car.
I have arrived.
ATL is the busiest airport. It has an underground tram that transports you to gates. That's the thing, like, all the one, like, Orlando has fucking trains that take you around the airport. The only one that needs a tram at O'Hare is the International. That's what takes you to T5. But, I mean, I don't know. I love it. San Diego is the smallest international airport in North America. I believe it. The San Diego airport, for what they do, it works, but, man, you would think it would be busier than what it is. It is a pretty smooth security process. I also haven't ever had to wait that long, but it just is. There's like 2 things open and just, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. My favorite small airport is in Spokane. They have a total of 10 gates, but they have 2 Starbucks. Well, what if one Starbucks is busier? I can't tell. I feel like our airport's busier than they ever have been. I feel like everything I've heard with the rising prices and gas prices and whatever else it is that they're trying to cut costs because they're not making money. I feel that I've been flying a lot this year. I have been in more airports and have done more traveling this year than I have in a while. And I feel like I was fairly well traveled. And airport, food court lines, Starbucks lines, everything is so unimaginably long. Like, I feel like my go-to process was I'll just eat at the airport. I'll just get a coffee at the airport. Maybe that's just kind of the adopted lifestyle now, but something has happened in the last year where that's not even on my radar anymore. I don't anticipate getting anything more than going to like a Hudson News for an energy drink and like a snack, because waiting in the line for a Starbucks takes like 50 minutes now. There's like 2 employees that have no idea your complicated order is if it's like a 20-year-old barista. They're like very lovely. I've never seen a young airport Starbucks employee. They all have no idea what your usual is. And it takes a million fucking years. You go to Dunkin' and it's the same, except one person is ordering for their entire family of 19, split through 3 terminals in the airport. And that one person is ordering so many. It's so, it gives me so much anxiety now that I don't even bother going to eat. I just like to sit down. I'll sit with my Steam Deck. God, those names suck. I've been switching them in my head left and right. It's been so annoying.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Festive Grandma! Mr. Gare Bear, thank you. Oh my God, so many people. Breezy! Oh my God, I missed it. Jesus Christ, thank you for the 22 months. Watermelon Jerky, thank you for the 5 months.
Welcome back, Booty BB.
Oh, Mr. Chicken! Common Little Owl, I appreciate y'all so much. Oh my God. Thank you. Common Little Owl! Dak 5305 Sue! Thank you, my friends.
Well, nice to see you back, Booty Man.
Imagine buying a Stream Deck solely for travel. Like, what would this do for me? Like, what would this do for me on an airplane? All this would tell me is that I would need to have more cords dangling on my feet, which I would hate. But oh my god, I have a Steam Deck story that I'm very mad about. So the only form of entertainment, the only thing I had with me for the last month, I brought an iPad, which I read so much fucking manga. I'm caught up on so many series that I thought I would hate that I'm absolutely in love with, and I brought my Steam Deck. And so for about like 3 weeks, for mostly 3 weeks, I was in a place without any internet at all. And before I had left, before I even went to the airport to go back home, I had put my Steam Deck in offline mode, which was fine. I bought some games, I downloaded them on there, put it in offline mode, tested them all, they all worked fine. I played on the plane. For instance, like whenever I'm traveling, my go-to then would be like, I would buy a game just for my Switch that then I would play on that travel. I would come home, never feel the need to play on my Switch, and I would just, by the time I would travel again, I'm like, well, I can't pick up. I have like 15 hours on this game and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to find something else to play. But having like my Steam library, I'm like, oh, I could just play Binding of Isaac. And that's about it. So I was playing the new Tactics Ogre. They had the Tactics Ogre Reborn, Remastered, whatever it was. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. Tactics Ogre is one of my favorite like series between the N64, Super Nintendo, the PSP remakes, all those games. I fucking love them. So I got the remake of that, and I got Rogue Legacy 2. I fucking loved the first Rogue Legacy, never played the second, and I'm like, this would be a perfect game to just sit and play on a plane. That and Binding of Isaac and Tactics Ogre, right? So I think I put in about 20 hours on each of those 3 games. I got through the initial slog of like tutorial stuff in Tactics Ogre. I forget what chapter I was on, but I made my way decently in. Rogue Legacy 2, I had built the whole castle. I was working on killing like the 4th or 5th boss. And Binding of Isaac, I was on ending like 8 or 9 with like a bunch of more and like a bunch of things unlocked. 3 weeks go by. 60 hours of gameplay. I finally make my way to my family's house. Connect to Wi-Fi for the first time. Think to myself, oh, you know what? I should connect my Steam Deck to the internet again. So I hit the go online button. And you know what does happen? It overwrote all of my local save files for my Steam Cloud. It overwrote every single thing that I had done for the file that I tested it on before I turned the game offline. I sat there and I can't tell you the silence. I sat there in disbelief. I went through all 5, 7, 12 stages of grief in what seemed like 5 seconds. I laughed. I got really angry at how stupid that would... I was in I didn't believe it. Because I'm just like, well, there's no way this multi-billion-dollar company Steam would just... When you go online, it just wouldn't overwrite what you've done once you were... It wouldn't just do that, right? It does. I haven't touched Tactics Ogre since. It's like the 4th or 5th time I played the game. I was having a good time with it. They changed a lot of things up. But like, on the same console, I just can't imagine sitting through that amount of like tutorial stages again. I have been playing Rogue Legacy 2. Peanut! Thank you for the Prime, homie. I appreciate you. The same thing happened for a 40-hour Final Fantasy 13-2 save. That's... When something like that happens to me, even as so far as if I'm playing an RPG that has like manual save states or a game like Resident Evil. Resident Evil is the perfect example of a game that I will just stop that playthrough and never touch it again. If I'm playing and it's like 45 minutes, an hour and a half. I think this happened the first time I tried to play Nier Automata or Nier Automata. Nier Automata. I got like an hour and 45 minutes into the game. Right in the point where I still wasn't like fully used to like manually saving the game. Got like an hour and 45 minutes. I saw these cutscenes. I got all these powers. I did all these things. Next thing I know, I closed the game. I'm like, ah. Or game crashed or something like that. Came back. I was back at like a place where I'm just like, well, there comes a time in every gamer's life when you look at something and says, I put those 2 hours in. You ain't getting that back. Near tomato? Yeah, exactly. When going on a plane, what do you do? Not use offline? I did use offline mode. I was in offline mode that whole time. And it's when I went back online that it reverted all of my saves to the cloud save. Is that a cherry Coke Zero? It is. Sponsor me, Zero sodas. I'll take anything. We could do Coke Zero. I don't really like Pepsi Zero. Is that what it's called? Pepsi Zero? I feel like they have to come up with something like that's different from Coke. Pepsi Max? Was that Zero? It is Pepsi Max. Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, maybe I have heard of that. Nier Automata is so good, but the beginning of the game can be discouraging. No, so I have played through a large... I don't think I've ever beaten it, honestly. Or beaten it on like an ending... I don't... That game has so many layers to it. It's so long. I can't play RPGs like I used to anymore. I have the... I romanticize the idea. I feel a lot of people do that with like MMOs. Like they romanticize the idea of WoW and they're always trying to capture that feeling. People are still playing League because that's what they first played and they're trying to capture that feeling. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't get into like single player 80-hour RPGs anymore. I feel like some of the games where I'm like, wow, this is one of my favorite games. I can't remember a game I played longer than this. And it's like 20, 30 hours on the playtime. And that's like months of playing it. And then I look at a game when I go on like how long to beat. And it's like casual playthrough, about 110 hours. I'm like, yeah, dog, I can't. What am I going to do? Inherit my save file to what, a cat? Who's HP gonna take over my Fallout 4 save file? No. It's gonna be a no from me, dog. And especially with like long form games, like I've never gotten to the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't think I've gotten to the end of Grand Theft Auto 5, but I feel like I've gotten my content out of it. Any Switch games on your Steam Deck? I don't. I have it set up to, but I haven't installed any. There hasn't been any Switch games that I've been dying to play, if I'm being honest. Like, maybe when a new Zelda comes out, or a Mario, but yeah, there hasn't been too many crazy things that I just have been wanting or needed on the go that bad. But now that I have the Steam Deck, like things like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or all of that is great. You can play Switch games on the Steam Deck? You can. You can. You can play pretty much everything on the Steam Deck. That thing it can play whatever you want it to play. It just takes time, a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of forums. New Pokemon game runs 60 FPS on the Steam Deck. I'm sure people have mods for it already, of course. I just don't want to play a new Pokemon game. I don't know what it is. I just really don't have any interest in playing a Pokemon game because every time I'm like, I'm going to wait to see what not the reviews say. I'm going to wait to see what people who actually like Pokemon say about it. And what I've always learned is that people who like Pokemon hate every Pokemon game. They'll always buy it, they'll always play it, but they hate every Pokemon game. And the audience that should get you to want to buy the game the most buys it the most, but also tells everybody to not buy it the most. It's the most confusing game. I think it's probably the most confusing game series of all time. Everyone loves Pokemon, but everyone hates Pokemon. It's one of the best-selling games of all time, but everyone who buys it will tell you to stop buying it. It's like the ultimate Barbra Streisand effect. It just doesn't work. What Steam Deck? You got the base mid? I got the not 512 version. I just got the 256, I think. I think I got the 256 because I didn't really care about this. I'm not playing this on a beach in the sun. I didn't care about like the glass upgrade and the a 1 terabyte memory card was less than like the upgrade to that one. So I just got like the whatever the minimum, the medium. I got the grande. I didn't. The tall was whatever. The venti was. I didn't like it. I just got the grande. I started Pokemon Clover. That shit is funny. Is that a mod? Is that a ROM hack? Schrodinger's fan? I think so. Witcher 3 update is 45 gigs. Damn. Was it Witcher 3? I thought the Witcher 1 got upgraded to like HD. I own all 3 of them. I played both. I played more of Witcher 2. I don't think I played a lot of Witcher 1, but I have them all. But I think there was like some sort of upgrade that comes out tomorrow. I think like the Witcher remaster comes out tomorrow, if I'm not crazy. I got the 512. If I go back, I get the base one. I got the 512 because the case it comes with is really good. That's honestly the only thing that I like. The case that comes, like the standard case, I looked for a few aftermarket ones, and honestly, the one that Valve provided was nice, but yeah, the nicer case is the only thing that I would have what. Well, everybody, get your crucifixes out. It's time. No. What up, Ham? How's it going, baby? Brett! Hi, friends. What up, Ham? How you doing, baby? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for the raid. What the hell?
Less than 3.
What kind of... I don't want to... Well, I mean, chat, you all know. I'm not going to say what kind of raid it was, all right? All right? It was a Jewish raid. It was a Jewish one. Which brings me to the next segue. They call me Booty Segue Swagger. Please welcome my next guest. Yay! Zis... Weast. What? What up, homies? How y'all doing today? My name is Booty Swagger. My nails are so cute. Oh, thank you. I got them in my standard my standard black, but then I got the black and pink, the colors for male breast cancer.
Jewish raid.
Well, thank you for the Jewish raid, Ham. Thank you for just the regular raid, because you're more than just a Jewish raid to me. You're a raid. That's so mean to say that. Thank you, my friend. Grid! Poorly white pineapple. I appreciate you, my friends. How was stream, Ham? How was stream? What up, Britt? It's so good to see you guys again. Oh my god, all these little fucking cuties in chat. I missed y'all so much. I'm just talking about things. No big deal. I'm drunk. I'm Jewish. Kanye sucks. I don't know. Fuck stream. Oh, wait. Fuck stream was loads of fun. Oh, I read that wrong. I was reading it and I thought it was becoming like a rant on stream. I'm like, oh no. Ham had a bad stream. Fuck stream was loads. Like there was just so much cum everywhere. What? I'm new in town. I'm drunk. I'm Jewish. Well, hold on. Pull that back. I'll save that for the cherry on top. He had a tent in his room? That sounds fun. Were you camping indoors? Were you doing some ham camping? Did you ever... You should do like a... Ham, you should do a glam ham camp. Have you ever gone... Like glamping? Like you call it glamping when you go to like a campground and you get like a cottage... Or you get like a nice huge like fancy tent. Heads up with the Brit balls. I feel like that's one of those sentences. Okay, can I tell you that? Jews don't camp? Oh, you have bad experiences. Well, I used to know people that used to go to a Jewish theater camp. But then again, that does sound suspicious, so I would see why people wouldn't want to go. That sounds like they're trying to get a lot of people into one. Now that I think about it, I'm worried for my friends. Ham camping is called hamping? Whoa. I'm not saying what kind of camp they went to, but it was a Jewish camp. They didn't get there by train. Usually it was in a convoy. Like, the parents would drive together on the highway to get there. It was in Mohegan. Wet Hot American Summer is based off a real Jewish summer camp. I believe it. I forget the name. There was one that like there was one that one of my friends would go to, and it was like this big, just theater Jewish camp, and she would just call it Jew camp, and it just never hits the ear right. I didn't say that. I'm just repeating what was told to me. The Jews have had bad experiences with camps, and now they stay away. Oh, was it a bad summer? Did you have a bad time at the summer? That sounds upsetting. That's no. Oh, I thought it was like he needs to learn how to concentrate more. So he went to like a special camp to help him develop that skill. Oh my gosh, I was not even thinking for that. I got banned for this shit? What did you get banned for? Denying the Holocaust? Because it happened, it was a tragedy. So how dare you insinuate that it wasn't? I got banned for this shit? You called Ham a Jewish terrorist. Well, that sounds so much worse. That sounds so... Hold on. You are equating me for my lighthearted jokes, banter between friends, IRL. You're equating friendly banter with you calling Ham a Jewish terrorist? Yeah, it's about the same. Okay, I see you. No, it's about the same. Well, now that we have more people here, there was something fun that I wanted to do with everybody. Because, there was last night. If you were tuning into a dear friend, Pay Money Wubby's stream last night, you would have seen, because we moved our Sunday stream. We were planning on doing that stream on Sunday. That is factual. That is all facts. We wanted to do it, but then, with chess boxing, there were a lot of people. Right when it started, it had like 200,000, hundreds of thousands of people. And if you saw the stream last night, I think it was worth the wait. I think it was a lot of fun. I had a really good time. I hope you all had a really good time with it too. And you can't forget, who drives a Civic? I don't have the animations working. I didn't have the animations going. But again, I just want to say thank you. I had so much fun making it. See, just sitting alone, making all of these things at like 2 to 6 in the morning. You laugh at you. I'm laughing to myself. Okay, you get to a stage of delirium where you have enough gamer sups and alcohol. You have enough exclamation mark spark ups, and I just start giggling to myself. And I don't really know if things are funny. There's some things where I'm like, there's some things that are just like, okay, how can we turn a game about who doesn't have a Civic? Well, it's an internationally recognized popular game. I'm sorry, I misspoke. But it is always a good time. I'm happy that everyone enjoyed it as much as they did, because it was a lot of fun. To give you an idea of what we had to do, I kind of wanted to go through a little bit of the things. Hello, Papa. I kind of wanted to go through and give you a little behind the scenes of what kind of stuff we were working with. And most importantly, this is going to be completely anonymous. I am not going to be reading the names of anybody. If anybody that I am reading here, you are only outing yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to be reading any of the names or associated people with what answers are. I have blocked them out, so they're already deleted with who wrote. Nobody can see who wrote what. But I do kind of want to go over some of the answers that were submitted. We had just shy of 500 answers submitted in a span of like 24 hours. We asked for various things. If you don't know what I'm talking about, for another streamer, Pay Money Wubby, we did a game show type stream where we had everyone fill out a form similar to something that they would do if you were to film an episode of Family Feud, for example. But I left it open to interpretation. The form itself, because I feel like it is it is very clear to go over what was actually said.
Let's go, baby.
DJ! Let's go, homie. Thank you for the 10 months, my brother. I fucking love you, homie. Thank you. So here you can see, I know I wrote single word answers only. It says single word answers only, and I stand by that. That mainly was meant to say one word, or at the very least, I know for next time, URL leak, it's over. We don't need this anymore. We don't need it anymore, but I mean, I guess we can, just to be safe. We don't need it anymore. But single word answers only. And if you're uncomfortable answering any questions, leave them blank. There was no questions required other than your names. No questions required other than your names, okay? You could have left anything blank. If it didn't, I should have said, if it doesn't apply to you, leave it blank. Things like how many people have you slept with? How many pets do you currently live with? What is your profession? What's the weirdest kink you have? Weirdest food pairing, and this is where some people would get very upset because they're like, well, one answered words only. You're asking for multiple things. I get it, but in this certain case, this is the option you have. So people got it. What car do you drive? Now this one, I just have to say, I thought would be. This is the reason when we were making this that I'm like, oh well, if you don't want to answer the question, you don't have to answer it. Excuse me, Danger Dale? Excuse me, Danger Dale? Holy shit, bro. Thank you for the 20. God damn. Excuse me. This requires one-word answers, and the question is making me answer in multiple words. Booty, I'm very drunk and I don't drive a Civic, but I do drive a Honda. Well, my friend, it looks like you could be a contestant on Who Drives a Civic? We'll get, maybe. I mean, it's just, I didn't write the rules, but maybe if so, once we get that YouTube highlight, I really think we should pitch that idea to Honda. What do we got to lose, right? Oh, mama, what up, Chube? How you doing, homie? Thank you for being here. What car do you drive? So this was the question. Again, I have not changed this Google form. As you can see, these are the responses up here. If we were to change the form, it would have created a new Google spreadsheet. The Google spreadsheet has remained the same since we put it up. It has always said, what car do you drive? Now, as you will see as I go through the response sheet, people decided to tell me a lot of things with this question. I simply asked for what car do you drive? Again, if you wanted to list the full make and model with the year, necessary information, but mainly, again, I just have to reiterate, single word answers only. You could have said Honda, you could have said Civic, Mustang, Ford, truck. One word answers, but if you want to give specifics in that case, fantastic. The smaller the answer, absolutely fine. Who Drives a Civic is the type of game show I'd watch when I'm sick at home from school. Bro, honestly, it sounds like a perfect game for like ABC at like, noon. Like if I could fit in the time slot before Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, honestly, that would be a dream. I'm nowhere near smart or cool enough as Alex Trebek or Ken Jennings, but hosting Jeopardy sounds like the coolest fucking job in the world. I'm not gonna lie. I want to host a game show like that so bad. That's such a dream. Wheel of Fortune, I would love to be Vanna White. Like, Pat Sajak is fine. I love Pat Sajak. But if you are sitting at home right now listening to my voice and saying that if you were Vanna White and you are paid to, people give you clothes to wear, people pay you money, they pay you in advertisement revenue to wear their clothes, who dress you up, who has never worn the same outfit twice. Even if you are like me and dress like a cartoon character and I have a closet full of black V-neck shirts that I wear every day, I would have someone pamper me and dress me to the nines and make me look my best for $1. And like, I want to be Vanna White so bad. That sounds like the best job. I want to be Alex Trebek and Vanna White. That's my call to you. That's my call to you, okay? Do you not currently have the equivalent job of Vanna White, though, Booty? No, because I'm not not paid to be dressed pretty and like present things. I'm paid to present things, but not dress pretty. I'm halfway there, okay? It's a mountain you climb. It's a mountain. It's like Smiley Miley Cyrus says, okay? You just got it's a mountain, and then Lady Jaja says that you got to climb. And Matthew McConaughey says you got to climb. Or I'm sorry, Rocket Raccoon says he sings that climb song. I've never seen that movie. I don't know. Wubby Trebek and Booty White. See, now that sounds like a combo I could get behind. Can we get Booty in a dress walking back and forth across a stage? Yes. I need an event. What do you think I designed these game shows for? I designed these game shows that we can pitch them to a network that then I can be Vanna White. What do you think this whole stream is for? I'm sorry, have I not made this clear? I'm just trying to be paid to... let me tell you my 5-year plan. This is what I told Wubby, and he respected it. This is why he gave me this job. My 5-year plan is to be like a trophy husband, where all I do, no touching. I'm in a proverbial display case that would decrease my value, so to speak. So I'm just kind of, on a yacht. You could take me on vacations. So any takers out there? Yeah, no touching. Like, it's the equivalent of like a Boba Fett action figure. You take me out of the box, I'm basically worthless. Okay, it's all about that mystery. Mm-hmm. What direction is this? Does this need to move? Without a little mystery, there's no fun. Sold. Let's get married. All right. Well, let me hear your terms. I bid $5. Well, shit. All right. Fuck. I could get a $5 box from Tico Bell then. All right. No touching. I'm out. Them's the rules. But yeah. So back to this. This was also the other one. We had a game. This sounds so... Looking at the chart, it made this so much worse. Looking at it, it made it so much worse. We didn't end up getting to it, but it was just... There was a lot. There was actually some interesting information. I don't know what it was. And then we had... Again, I want to iterate in one sentence. This has not been changed. In one sentence, the first 3 words of this question, in one sentence... Some people said, well, you said 1-word answers only. And some people said that I didn't say it at all. Some people said I need to bold it. I'm just saying, for this question, the very first thing that I said was in one sentence. That was it. That's the definitive proof right there. This is not changed. Not that it matters. But what I do want to go through now... So, the first category that we went through, one of the first questions that we wanted to have on this sheet, but we wanted to hold back. We didn't want to be like, hey guys, here's a form. What's your kink? We were like, okay, no, hold on. Let's save that. Real quick. I don't know. How many people have you slept with? That's a nice question. That's an easy question. That's an icebreaker right there. You know what you're getting in for, but it's not like too personal. It's not too personal. But then it's like, how many pets do you have? It's like, oh, it's kind of disarming. What's your profession? Again, I don't know if any of these are true, I don't know what any of it is. But there's a lot of jobs. It's kind of fun. Again, I have the whole usernames. They're highlighted black. So you can't see those columns. So it's strictly the answers that you're going through here. Until we need to find them. Then there's a whole bunch of stuff. And then we go to, what's the weirdest kink you have? And this is the portion of stream where I would just like to give you a smorgasbord of kinks. I've done a lot of Googling in the last 24 hours. If you were watching stream yesterday and you were saying to yourself, Jungle Bridge stuff, If you were watching stream yesterday and you heard some things that you didn't know existed, well, I just want to let you know that I Googled each and every single one of these things. I went through every single one of your questions. I went there, even the people that I marked red. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you were in large group or the wall of shame, I hope there's no hard feelings. It sounded funny to me. It was a funny joke. We always joke about people not reading instructions. We thought it would be really funny to bring people, a bunch of people that didn't, that we could track down and find that showed up, and put them in a room and shame them. I thought it's still funny. If you were offended for that, I'm sorry. I hope you all seem to get along in the room. You all seem to have bonded. I hope you still had some fun experiences of that stream. Did you learn anything about yourself? I can neither confirm nor deny my search history. Being shamed is all their kink. Ah, damn. My SP is still vomiting. I believe it. I believe it. We all felt special. I hope so. I hope so. It was supposed to be fun. In the moment, I'm a very anxious person about anything, confrontation of sorts, but in my mind, it still was funny, but I saw that a lot of people seemed to be upset. So I do apologize if people were upset. On that note, you know, there's a lot of people in the waiting room. I know people, I don't really read a lot of comments, because things like that scare me. Feedback is fine, but I don't know. I like to think of everyone as my friend rather than figure out all sorts of people that get angry.
Babe, sub to me with Prime.
Ho's mad. Yeah, and that's okay. But
Babe,
in my mind, like, I don't like viewer counts. They scare me. I don't know. Whoever I see, that's who I see. It scares me. Don't want to know that. And it's being in a room of people who all seem to be angry that they got wall of shamed. Anyways, so here are some of these weirdest kink. Do y'all want to hear some responses to this weirdest kink? And if you weren't chosen again, there's a reason, only because a lot of people. Okay. Let me preface this. We're going to talk about some of these kinks here. And I want to be the furthest person who yucks someone's yum. Okay, let me just put that out in the open. I am the furthest person to yuck someone's yum. I am the furthest person to gorsh someone's yuck. Like, I don't want to be that person. However, I feel. Let me pose this question to you, chat. How would you define a kink? Let me give you a little bit more context. If something, what's the line between vanilla and kink? Would you consider something that is more mainstream once it hits a certain threshold to be considered vanilla, or is it still by definition a kink? I'm very butt stuff. I don't know. Butt stuff is a kink. Missionary versus anything. Still a kink. Okay. The collarbone is the line. Well, that's 2 lines. That's 2 lines. That's 2 puddles, Sam. That's 2 puddles. There are literal books written on this question. I know it's an open-ended question, and that's why I said weirdest. Okay, let me get into it more then. So when I say weirdest kink, there were so many points. So I read the sheet and I said, that is a weird kink. No judgment. Again, there's no judgment. I was merely looking for interesting ones and ones that would be fun for like stream discussion. A lot of you put horse Kim Kardashian. A lot of you did. And I've been gone for about a month. I didn't have very good internet, and so I wasn't fully able to watch a lot of Wubby's streams. I was able to see some of them. I was able to be on for mobile for a little bit, but I kind of have been out of the loop on some stream memes. So I fill out this. We make this form. I'm going through this sheet. I'm sitting in a VC with Peanut and Carlos, and I'm just like we're all just kind of like trying to just find like words that would be funny to see on stream. Like when objectively speaking, some people, I don't know if you think like, oh, we're trying to pick certain people. In our mind, it's all about content. I don't care who it's from, but sometimes just a certain string of words just sound really funny. And so we're going through, we're trying to find like good words, good kinks. Not like there's a good or bad kink, but just sometimes how someone would phrase something is worth more than like like a kink. You know what I'm saying? But there's some that are just like, I don't know if it's weird or not, but I just really like when someone says my name. Again, I'm not trying to yuck someone's gorsh, but like those are some of the that's where I'm asking where the line is drawn. Like, is that a kink, or are you just do you just need is affection a kink? Because I'm telling you, I'm not going to name names, but a lot of you just the slightest bit, a slight glance is your kink. And again, I'm not saying that's bad. This is new to me. I'm just trying to understand it. There are people really into affection and praise kinks. Oh boy, do I know it. Some people, again, I want to reiterate the form where I said one word answers. I'm thinking like, just like the name of the kink. Some people, again, not naming names, this is all anonymous, decided to tell me when they first discovered this kink, the story behind it, and how and where they are at in this. I feel like someone wrote The Lord of the Rings about their experience with their prostate. I just asked for a fucking one-word answer, people, okay? Like, this is the kind of options that we had to sift through to make the game show possible. I enjoyed every second of it. Please don't take this as like I'm complaining about my job. And again, all of the names are hidden. I don't know who wrote any of these answers. I'm not associating them with anybody. I go through this list looking for funny words. So weirdest kink. There was a lot of people that had what I would consider in my mind to be like well-known kinks. Like there's futanari. Any futa stands in chat? Any futa kinks? That one I didn't have to Google. That one I know. There's a lot. If you feel like you're alone out there, if you feel like you're a futanari fan alone, you're not. Oh boy, are you not. In fact, I would say just regular old nondescript futa is that's pretty vanilla. Some people would like to describe the exact style of futa that they enjoy exclusively. Dragon monster mom bimbofication. Bimbofication is a new word that I learned while reading through a lot of these kinks. A lot of people have like adjective, noun, bimbofication. Like a lot of people would add that at the very end to the point where I had to Google that term just to see that it just meant like disproportionate sizings. Dragons having sex with trucks. There, I'm sure. Yeah, what's the name of that one? All you have to do is look it up on Reddit. You'll find thousands with the same thing. Oh yeah, exactly. The birth of the internet. No original thought, no original kink is left unturned. I feel it. What up, Uncle Junior? How you doing, homie? Booty, did this awaken anything in you? I Googled a lot of things. I now know a lot more terms. I feel like I feel a large part of fear is not knowing. I think fear is stemmed on the unknown and trying to rationalize what is in the unknown. And so coming face to face with a lot of these unknowns has kind of, I would say it eroded fear of certain kinks as opposed to I have learned something about myself or developed one. It gave me a better worldview. I like this one. When the question specifically asks, what's the weirdest kink you have? And someone said, it's not weird, but... I had so many people that would read the question. They would tell me that they understood and comprehended the question and then would just not do that question. There were so many people where it'd be like, in one sentence. They're like, you said one sentence, but I'm going to tell you a story, : one time when I was 12, I rode a bus, and just like would write paragraphs. So they would read the information and then purposefully choose to disregard it. I don't even know. Sometimes like I would just be sitting there laughing while reading some because I'm just like, well, at least they get it. At least they understood, and we like I would read all of them. I read all of those stories. We'll get to some of the crazy ones because that's where a large majority of them went. This person wrote, I have, so again, when I said one word answers, what's your weirdest kink? This person, and I said, if you don't know, if you're not comfortable sharing, leave it blank. This person responded, I have no idea. Probably some shit that's never been discovered. If I had to pick, I'd probably end up with something more vanilla, like gentle femdom. Thank you for that information. They gave me so much information, but how am I supposed to play a game show with that? How am I supposed to put a game show with that? I appreciate your input. I really do. I don't know. Only gentle femdom. Why? As a teacher, it's ridiculous how many people don't follow read directions, and that's what that one room came from. It simply was like they read it, but they didn't. There was no comprehension. Which is fine. There's a lot of breath play, a lot of femdom, a lot of pegging, fam. I don't know male or female, but there's a lot of pegging in there. This one got me. This one, there weren't a lot of them, but this one always struck me out, or it stuck out to me. That's what I should phrase that as. It stuck out to me. One was drinking breast milk during sex. I've never thought of like drinking or really, I don't really eat or drink. Maybe during like, ooh, I need a position switch hydration moment, but never like, my thought never goes to milk. That's what I don't know. If it's straight from that's bordering on like a mommy fetish. Again, I'm not yucking anyone's gorsh. I'm merely putting it in my worldview and perspective. This is not a commentary on correct or wrong. I am merely being educated right now from everybody. Okay, having sex like a Mentos commercial, but it's breast milk. Rar, I just really. I wish I could just unread something, you know? I wish I could just unread something. This wasn't, if you're worried, this is what I'm looking at. There's no personal information or anything. But, bondage, somnophilia. Who here knows what somnophilia means? Who here knows what somnophilia means? Sex during sleep. Now, that's something new to me because I thought, well, I'm going to put it bluntly. I'm going to put it bluntly now, but where I come from, somnophilia just sounds like a word for rape. Is it like you're pretending to? So anyone who has this, I'm genuinely asking, is it fake sleep? Is it like someone pretending to be asleep? Or is it someone that goes like they are consensual and they fall asleep for this purpose? Like the people who are into it, is it someone who isn't asleep, or is it someone consensual who has chosen to go to sleep? It's like my mind was racing. I Googled it. I read about it, but I don't have any firsthand experiences because I don't trust the internet with people being like, well, no, actually, it's morally correct. I genuinely don't know. It sounds wrong in my head, but I'm not, again, trying to yuck someone's gorge. I'm going to keep saying that. Oh, she's snoring. She must be really into it. You'd be surprised. Some people said it was when their partner doesn't move. That freaked me out, but that's not wrong as long as it's I just want to make sure it's consensual. Ex-girlfriend just said, who cares, I'm asleep, have fun. Well, there you go. It's usually a free use kink. Interesting. Pretend it's more like roleplay. Yeah, the thing that sounds creepy in my mind is I I get that it would be consensual. I feel like it should be. I'm just, in my mind, it always goes to the place of like a frat party, like someone who seeks out people that have fallen asleep, or someone that like goes to people that are asleep and that's their kink, which that's where it sounded creepy to me. Hey, yo! Hello, Mr. The Gardener. What up, baby? Hi, Carlos. How you doing, fam? No, that's so gross. Okay, that's definitely okay. That's why I had to ask, because people try to justify in the internet a lot of things. Not that I'm saying somnophilia is equated to that at all. I'm genuinely curious because my mind goes straight to, is this like a internet justifying this other thing? Okay, that's assault. I just want to make sure. I think they're given consent. I would hope so. I just didn't know if it was like a name for someone that had like a compulsion for people that were sleeping. I didn't know if it was like I guess that would be different, but okay. And I just want to say, one of my favorite answers, there were a lot of these, but there were only one person that I saw that responded "Dommy mommies," and that's just one of my absolute favorite phrases I've ever heard. I fully dig this kink, did it a bunch. My stomach turns at sexual assault. Okay, good. Well, I'm sorry for even putting the two in the same room together. I really did want a clarification on that one, because that puts my mind at a lot more ease. I haven't heard of it, and it sounds, it's interesting, but it sounds borderline creepy, but I get that that's kind of the thing about it then. As long as it's consensual, it's kind of like elk kinks are kind of taboo, but that's just like, oh my god, they're sleeping, how can they consent? But I totally get it now. Yeah. Saw that you're live, glad you're back. Well, thank you, Rustin. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's consensual non-consent. Like I said, a lot of pegging. Here's one that's interesting to me. Because at first, when I first saw a few of these, I didn't, I will admit, some of these, like some answers, I thought they could be jokes because it just didn't make sense to me. But then I saw a lot more of these answers. Again, this is all anonymous. We're not saying any names. If you are one of these names, I'm not outing you. Only you can if you'd like. There's a lot of pegging. Pegging, I will name names. So many of you like pegging, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot. So don't feel alone. There's a lot of people into it. The one that surprised me the most, it comes in two facets. The overarching one is hands. Some people have a big hand kink. There's a lot of people with a hand kink. A hand kink, and whether it's the hands in general, or there's an even more of a subsect of it that's left hands. Some people have a left hand kink. And at first, it was one of those just like hands where someone said like left-handed people or like a left hand. And a lot of people wrote left hands. Some people think it makes someone less straight. Oh, is pegging even taboo? Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of people that not only just hands, but specifically also like left-handed people or like a left hand. That gives me so much hope. You're saying there's a chance? My boy got some grippers. Southpaw DMs are open. If you want to see some grippers, if you want to see some above the waist grippers, DM Southpaw right now. You'd be surprised how many people had put water sports. There's quite a few water sports. Someone said they had to look one up on a list. This is where it would get to me, where someone has like a specific thing, but they don't know the word for it. And this is where things would get interesting, because they would do it for me too. If you put the pieces of the word together, you'll probably be able to figure it out for yourself. But how many of you have ever heard of macrophilia? Because the variations of people that don't know what that term is, let me put it in another way that may make sense to you if you don't know what that is. Death by snoo snoo? It's like giants. It's like like a giant. There's so many people wrote, I don't know what it's called, but like snoo. There were multiple people that wrote snoo on this form, and it's the funniest thing in the world to me. I like tall queens, macrophilia. Tormund from Game of Thrones went deaths by snoo. Bro, there's a lot of people I feel that I feel like there's no wrong person, right? But yeah, one of my favorite things to do, because I'm a tall person, I'm like 6 feet tall. When I get into a cuddle, like I know some people like to be like the small backpack, you know, someone likes to be someone's backpack with like the shorter person is the big spoon. And I don't like to, like, I do like being a little spoon, but what I like to do is I like to like waddle myself down on the bed and then put myself like I'm just like a tiny person nestled on someone. So I guess it's kind of like the same thing, but it's different. I'm pretending I'm small rather than someone is big, you know? Koala. Yeah, a koala. That's a good term for it. I'm like if someone were to wear like, I'm like a cool kid backpack. Like when you wear the backpack with like the bag on the front, that's what I like to do. I like to just like hang around the shoulders and just like nestle in. That's some mommy kink stuff. Why gotta be a mommy? Why can't I just like, I guess so, maybe, shit. I just like feeling small. Does that make sense? Horse Kim Kardashian. There's the first one. All right, let's scroll down. What else did Horse Kim Kardashian have to say? Okay. I'm gonna take a little side road from talking about some of these kinks real quick, because I want to talk about one of the sections of the quiz here. I want to talk about probably, I guess, what would be considered the most controversial part of this form that we asked people to fill out. Because if you saw before, while I did say single word answers only, at the very bottom, the very first 3 words say in one sentence. In one sentence. We had a lot of people. A lot of people were able to follow that. A lot of people were able to follow that. I think I could just show this. We had a lot of responses. This isn't even all of them, but you could tell right away who wrote one sentence and who wrote paragraphs. And this isn't even all of them. That's not even all of them. So a lot of people did get the instructions. There are some that are so long, it nearly broke the spreadsheet format. There was someone that wrote like 7 paragraphs, like 5-sentence paragraphs. There are so many. And again, I'm not mad. I read them all. Because when someone wrote that much, I'm like, well, what did they have to say? Some people just wrote giant copy pastas, which was great. But the one thing that I wanted to bring up, and again, I'm merely stating an observation. I am not naming names, but based on some people who have had children, there are parents who have answered this. There are people who have what I would consider pretty well-paying jobs, careers. There are people who drive really, really nice cars. And for a question that I asked, in one sentence, describe the craziest experience you have ever had. The craziest experience. Some people had some good ones. There were some legitimate, really crazy ones. And again, for that one, it all came down to what would be a fun one to try and do on stream. Damn it! Holy shit. Thank you for the year, my friend. Oh, wait, a year? A year and a half. Oh my god, I thought that said 12. It said 18 months. Of course it says 18 months. Let's fucking go, Kevin. What was I saying? I got distracted. Oh, the craziest experience. There are so many people whose craziest experience they have ever had in their life, I can sum it up by saying, this one time I had sex. I'm not trying to yuck someone's yum, but then I would scroll over to a lot of these stories. I would scroll over from a lot of these stories to see their body counts, because we asked for their body counts. Some of these people had sex. I could understand if it was like one, but there were people that said, I've had sex 47 times. And the craziest experience they've ever had in their life was like, this one time I had sex for 5 hours. This question turned into people describing like a sexual conquest. This was not like crazy. We were looking for things like some of the stuff we saw. I fucked up the first guy. I'm so sorry. I gave him the wrong prompt. I fucked up more than all the mods did behind the scenes. All the mods that were helping backstage, all the ones that were helping out were doing absolutely everything in their power. They're the reason the show went so smooth. I was the one that continually fucked up multiple times that only they knew and I knew, and I was really upset, and the contestants knew. But yeah, so I fucked up, but all the mods absolutely killed it, getting people for all of that. One time I got my balls sucked. So I want to share with you some of these absolutely long stories that from some of the people in large groups. So you didn't get selected to be on Wubby's stream, but I am going to be reading some of these long, crazy experiences anonymously, of course, because some of them are so long, and I just want to share with you.
Congrats on the Twitch sobriety. You look great.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for the 4 months, homie. So these were some of the stories. That some people decided to send to us for their 1 sentence crazy experience. I was hospitalized recently due to a bad LSD trip whilst watching stream. I had genuine auditory hallucinations of Wubby telling me that the world had ended, and being told that this was the nicest way to be told the news that my life had ended by whoever was running the simulation / God / the alien / whoever the fuck. Things went downhill from here. Pretty difficult to sum up the experience briefly. It was an absolute insane experience. All in all, the night the mystery meet the video dropped. Thank you for your service. I used to be a server at a family fun center, and a family who looked like they were cracked out orders a meat lovers with pickles on top of the pizza. I bring out their pizza and they get mad at me and tell me it was supposed to be on the side. I apologize and tell them I can make the pizza, which will take a little. It was 12 p.m. on a Saturday, we were busy, and they get mad that I didn't just do it right the first time because we are waiting that long for another pizza. So I grab my manager to deal with them for the rest of their stay. When they are getting up to leave, I start clearing their table, and the little girl came back and said, my mom said if you can't do your job right, you shouldn't work here. I just gave her a WTF look, and her mom and dad came over and said, if you have to have your manager come over and help you with a simple mistake, then you should not work here. I just ignored them and headed down the cleaning table, and they started walking away, and before they left, the mom said, here, and chucked a stale knife at me and cut my wrist. I looked at her and she looked so scared, and I said, are you fucking stupid? And my manager lectured me. How should I never say anything like that on the floor no matter what? Girl shrugging emoji. I put in my 2 weeks the next morning. Winky face, tongue sticking out emoji. Also, they didn't let me take care of the cute. I was told to wash my hands and out a glove and get back to work. When the gloves started to pool with blood, I was sent to the office where the ladies bandaged it up. Chills. Literal chills. Chills every time. Oh my god, it is like they are walking on air. How do I refresh my chat? How do I refresh? I need to refresh this browser, this source. My chat had died. There we go. Are you reading fan fiction? Well, all of a sudden, now my chat in OBS doesn't have better Twitch TV. It has no emotes working. All right. I think she was saying a family stabbed her at Chuck E. Cheese. All right, here we go. Continuing reading along of in 1 sentence, describe the craziest experience you have had. Earlier today, I was really horny, and I saw what I thought to be a blank DVD. I thought, DVDs have a tight hole. They might feel pretty good. So I put my soft pee-pee in the hole of the DVD, and I'm just not going to continue reading that because it goes on. Here's another one. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Well, thank you for submitting. So this isn't crazy. Again, I asked for the craziest experience you have had. But this one isn't crazy, so let's not read it. They wrote a lot, too. Here's one. Once went to the promoter to get paid after a wrestling show in rural Tennessee, and the promoter refused to pay. Then pulled a knife on me and my friend who I rode down with. He then told us to get out of town or he would have his boys escort us out of town. So we left. We drove 6 hours away, burned through a tank and a half of gas, wrestled in front of like maybe 10 people, and did not make any money. Not the boys, bro. Not the boys, bro. Do you want to keep hearing one sentence crazy experiences? Are you guys having a fun time? Well, that's my favorite part when they're like, all right, I'm going to keep it brief. Not one sentence brief. I'm going to keep it brief though. When I was a little kid, I went to Holiday World, amusement park in Indiana. We went to the water park area since it was summer. I could not, and still can't, swim very well, so I usually hang out in shallow bullshit areas. This particular day, I felt bold and waded out to the deeper area of a wave pool. I was treading water surprisingly well, but not doing much. After a bit, I heard my dad yell for me that we were moving on, so I began hastily and very poorly breaststroking back to the shallow end. As I passed this couple, I heard some woman behind me yell out, "That little white boy touched my titty." I looked back and saw the couple. The woman was pointing at me and looked very upset. The man was talking to her and scowling at me. Needless to say, I paddled my little heart out to get the fuck out of there. That's the thing. The brevity is the soul of wit. And some of these people are so brevis and so witty. Brevity means longitude, right? That little white boy touched my titty. But these are fun. So, like, some of these, like, I'm not mad at these answers. They're fun stories, but for the game that we needed, they didn't work. And you didn't read the directions. But still, they're still fun stories. They're still fun stories. I like them. I like this. Some of them, too. So some of these were like, what's the craziest experience you've ever had in your life? And some people were like, one time when I was 3, I was involved in a hit and run. And it's like, can you tell us about the event? No, I was 3. Like, some of them I'm just like, well, I don't know what to do with that information. Like, maybe it's secondhand experience, but like some of them were like, the craziest experience you've had. And they were like, well, this didn't happen to me, but in my town, there's a folk legend that goes. And I'm like, well, that maybe could work, but just based on principle alone, I'm not going to let it slide. This one time I was fucking born, downhill ever since. So just like picture yourself in the frame of mind. We're playing a round of Would I Truth to You. We're playing a round of Would I Truth to You, and the screen reveals Wubby's there. We put down the timer from 3 minutes, and this is a chat. We're going to play along, okay? We're going to play along. I have the answer in front of me. I'm going to read you their story. You need to tell me, am I telling the truth, or is this a lie? Me and my friends were down the beach at night drinking cheap Prosecco for our friend's birthday. And some really scraggly, messed up woman asks for a light and if she can borrow someone's phone to call the guy she's meant to be with. We say, sure, okay. As she smokes a British slang for cigarette, she tells us she's homeless with her boyfriend who's on the run from the police and they're sleeping in a tent in the woods and she doesn't know why he left her there by the seafront to go up the road and have a kebab with his mates or some shit. She then rings the guy, who sounds like a piece of shit, and then she says he's coming to pick her up so we can wait with her. We're all a little bit terrified because this motherfucker turns up In all black everything. Black joggers, hoodie, trainers, gloves, like he's robbed an old woman. Looks rough AF. He has some kind of quiet word with the woman and sends her off somewhere and sits down to talk to us while one of the group sits on a bench away from us to talk with our GF. We get talking and he tells us his name and then he hands me his beer to go piss in the public toilet next to us. While he's in there, we tell our friend on the phone to have his GF Google him real quick. She says he's wanted for theft and threats to kill, criminal damage, affray and possession of an offensive weapon, in parentheses, a fucking sword, in parentheses. We all quietly lose our F-kin minds and realize he left all his shit from his pockets on the seawall where we're sitting on, so we snap pics of his bank card. Why am I reading fan fiction right now? He came back from the toilet, and then two of the girls in our group excused themselves on lady problems to go call the police.
Good to see you, bud. Mara 7, Mara 7, Mara 7. Good to see you, bud. Mara 7, Mara 7, Mara 7. Good to see you, bud. Mara 7, Mara.
Oh shit!
Mara 7,
Maru!
Mara 7,
Maru, thank you for the raid,
Mara
homie.
7. Good to see you, bud. Mara 7, Mara 7, Mara 7.
Let's fucking go, fam. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Happy 15 months. Good to have you back, Booty.
I appreciate you. And that's time. Wubby, please tell. Yeah, exactly. I just want to let you know we're on paragraph 3 of 6. Let me continue. Maru, welcome back. We're reading anonymous submissions that were submitted last night. Various things, maybe people that didn't follow directions, but right now it's story time. We're reading Create One Sentence Experience. This is all one sentence. I was mistaken. This is all one sentence. I continue. He came back from the toilet, and then two of the girls in our group excused themselves on lady problems to go call the police. He was enough of a geezer to not question it at all, which left only me and him sat on the seawall chatting. He told me how he'd been to prison and found Buddhism. How he had a 5-year-old son whose name was tattooed along his forearm. He also told me how, in prison, he felt so unworthy of being his son's father that he'd taken a shank and carved a line through the tattoo, which he showed me. Eventually, he stood up while sipping his beer facing me, and the police showed up, and I had to make eye contact with them over his shoulder. Then they arrested him and we took a blurry selfie in front of the police van. I can't find the selfie, unfortunately, because it's from like 2017. Now, my friends, chat, was this the truth? Or was this a lie? Well, let me reveal it to you. That story, were they telling the truth or was it a lie? According to them, it was true. According to them, this whole thing was true. Some people saying, well, it was I only wrote a little bit. I only wrote a little bit. You asked for one sentence. I could not possibly summarize this story in one sentence. It was a fucking short story, bro. Oh, here's one. In one sentence, describe the craziest experience you have had. This is the shortest one I feel like typing. End of sentence. It continues. Obviously, it continues. When I was 16, I went to an anime convention and spent an entire evening convincing a guy I wanted to hook up with him that I was definitely over the age of 18. Oh, well, not reading that one. What? What? In one sentence, describe the craziest experience you have had. I grew up on a farm. That's the first sentence. We were tearing down an old barn and burning the wood. A piece of the pile tumbled down and I went to stomp out the fire before the pasture caught fire. I didn't see it, but there was a red-hot 6-penny nail in the board. Oh, god damn it. Don't want to read that. There's so many others that I didn't put in the wall of shame. Everyone in the wall of shame, I'm not saying you should feel lucky, but there were so many fucking more of you than I even marked on the sheet, okay? There were so many more of you than I even marked on the sheet. I gave up after about like 25, but there was probably closer to 70 or 80 of you that just wrote paragraphs. Here's a couple that I didn't mark down. Here's some people that should have been in large group that I didn't mark. I was prepared to hook up with a girl and waited outside her place for 30 minutes because she was disassociating. Okay, so some of these, like, how I was looking through answers too, was in the spreadsheet, I have word wrap on for the columns, and so if your row was like this big, I just sometimes wouldn't even look at that row because I know you didn't follow the directions, so I figured it was a copy pasta you were memeing. So this was probably one of those that I just didn't even look because it's a paragraph. Let me start over. In one sentence, describe the craziest experience you have had. I was preparing to hook up with a girl and waited outside her place for 30 minutes because she was disassociating. She then gave me terrible roadhead for like a fifth of the way to a spot she knew. Also on the way, she was explaining to me how she was having a hard time selling drugs, so she sleeps on a blanket on the floor of her mom's apartment. She also showed me a song she did with the same people who make NASCAR Aloes music. What? The music was terrible. She only told me all this because I had a NASCAR Aloe song playing. I don't know who that is. But after her story, the music in my library changed to a different genre, and she was really pushing me to change the music. Eventually, she asked to be on aux, even though she was playing music from the base YouTube mobile app like a barbarian. When we started having sex, the music was buffering and ads started playing, so she stopped everything to get her music back on. She continued to do this through the entirety of the time we were having sex. The spot we were at was a secluded little parking area in the woods, and while we were having sex, another car passed us by and drove further into the woods, unlocking a gate. As we were driving out of the woods, a cop comes from the opposite direction and blocks the road to stop me and talk to us. The cop let us leave without incident, and that's when I come to find out that we were in a residential area, and the parking was a special community parking lot for the handicapped. I then dropped her off back home and immediately blocked her as soon as I was out of her city. Any takers to fix her? Any takers to fix her, chat? Fitzy!
Less than 3 can't tell you how much I love you, buddy. Heart.
Hi, Fitzy. Having one of these go on stream and just flounder would be funny. It would be funny if that was the game that we were preparing for, but because there was like, I love these stories, but they just were not what we needed for the game format in any capacity. I appreciate them. That some of them are very funny, some of them are very disturbing, but yeah, if some of these, if they really did condense them down to one sentence, they sound like they would be a fun story. But it just came down to, there's no way I'm putting this entire fucking thing in a bubble that's 125 pixels tall by 1,000 pixels wide. It just isn't gonna happen, Chief. There's no graphic designer in the world that'll make it seem anything more than if you take a thing, just like reading prescription drugs, bro. Fuzzy Panda Man! Thank you, Fuzzy Panda Man, I appreciate it. A lot of them are just like paragraphs of how they slept with someone when they were drunk. A lot of people were talking just about having sex. A lot of people just said, one time with my ex-girlfriend, we had sex in a pool. I had sex with my girlfriend in front of 20 people. I got drunk at my friend's bachelor party and tried to have sex with the stripper. I got invited to an after party by a girl at the bar. I don't even have to scroll, and this is just a lot of them.
Hey, Booty.
Let's go, Jolta! Thank you. What does this one mean? Oh shit, I didn't even see this one. This one would have been a good one. Someone said, I committed over 12 felonies in a single month. And that was true? Okay, well, now I gotta hear more. Was it all for, like, the same? Was it, like, one felony for each plant? Did you have, like, 12 guns? Okay, this is another one of my favorite ones. Because, okay, with a lot of these, I believe let me get for you the breakdown of all the people that we asked, everyone that filled out the form for their in one sentence describe the craziest experience you have had. We then asked if that story was true or false, so that way we could play the game. It made it easier. 83.1% of people gave true stories. 16.9% of people gave false stories. Now, of those 16.9% of people, the ones that gave a false story, I would say about 99% of them wrote one sentence false stories. There were occasions where someone read in one sentence, describe a crazy personal experience you had, and they had the gall, they had the gumption to write paragraphs of something that didn't happen. I'm sorry. I don't mean to scream. Some people wrote legitimate fan fiction. And so, of all of these paragraphs, all of them were true stories according to them. I would like to read to you what I would think is the longest fan fiction of the evening of a crazy experience. In one sentence, describe the craziest experience you have had. Summary. I am not kidding when this is the fucking summary of a not real event. Summary. I was casually seeing a MILF, 50, and got her son, 21, to call me, 24, daddy. This is a... This is a 98% true story. Is this a copy pasta? I once met a 50-year-old MILF at a bar and started drinking with her. Convinced her to take me back to her house since I was driven to the bar, and went back to her place to shack up. Turned into a casual thing, and after a few more hookups, found out she has a 21-year-old son, 3 years younger than I am. Continued to hook up for a few months, and eventually she told me her son was coming to visit. He lives in California, she lives in Florida, and that they were going out with some friends and invited me. I decided fuck it, as I would be introduced as friends and joined. Being roughly the same age, we got along pretty well and talked a lot. Got the idea in my head that I would make this kid call me daddy at some point. So we drinking, joking, playing games with everyone, started small. We were playing King's Cup and we married. Turned to him, looks like I'm dad now, etc. Start getting the message across, but the kid thinks it's a game, so I start hinting at it harder with more direct comments even after the game is over. Turning to his mom and saying stuff like, honey, you sure, placeholder name, should be up this late? Stupid dad shit. But then he started thinking this was an actual joke or something and just went along with it. He started asking things and replying to comments by saying stuff like, Dad, can I have another drink? Please don't put me into bed, Father. After a bit, I stopped caring and went back to actually hitting on his mom. End of the night, they go home. I sneak over after like 20 minutes. He's passed out on the couch and I'm in her bed banging her. Morning rolls around. I think I'm sneaking out early enough. Get dressed to leave her room, head for the door. Well, the couch is right in front of the front-only door. He wakes up as I'm stepping outside and I hear, Mike, what are you doing here? I looked him dead in the eyes and said, that's no way to speak to your father. Closed the door and went home. Got a text from him around the time I got home asking if I fucked his mom. I started to be done anyways, so that was the last time the both heard from me. But let me tell you, she was pissed that he found out and continued to text call me for months after to no response. Thank you for your story. But that was false? That was a false story. That was just pure fan fiction. Someone said one sentence. I got you, fam. That was it. They wrote false. So like, I'm worried about some of you. That's what it comes down to. I'm worried about some of you, okay? Here's one thing. So most people were wondering, we had one person wondering why they were on what I said was the naughty list. Because again, on the form itself, I asked for one-word answers. Some things required more, I understand, but they didn't require paragraphs. I just want to show you the 482 responses that we got for this sheet. When I asked, how many languages do you speak fluently? Now, I saw some people say fluidity is a spectrum, and that's the smartest joke I heard in chat of that night. But being fluent, being able to speak a language fluently is something that is, I would say, an objective thing. I think if you are fluent, there is a definition for what being fluent is. And now I'm just going to switch to this screen because this is just a whole 1, 2, 0, 1, 1.5, 2, 1, 3, barely 1, 1, English, 1, English, 0.5 to 1, 1.25, some Spanish. My brother in Christ, I asked for what language do you speak fluently? 1.5, English fully, and can read and understand a bit of German. I did not ask my brother. Technically 1.5. Technically, no. Technically 1. 1, but I could kind of do British Sign Language. Great. 1, English, but I also know Russian and French. Thank you. They wrote 1. That's all I needed. They wrote 1. Great. 0, barely 1. I barely speak fluent English. Uno. 0, I mean 1, English. 1, can understand somewhat 2 other languages. Only 1, but currently learning 2 more. 2, papaimento y English. English, some Spanish. Less than 1. Oh, there's a 4 thrown in there. We had some international homies from different parts of the world that I really wanted to get on stream. There were a lot of people from a bunch of different countries that it was really, really cool. We had like a country game plan, but it didn't work out with like the time frames and a bunch of things. But there were a lot of international homies, and it's that was really cool to see. But I know for a fact the one who speaks 4 definitely does not live in the United States. 1.5, 1. I know ASL though. English fluently. Je parle un peu français. I don't. Is that 1? Is that 2? I don't know. Like, okay, great, 2. Thank you. And they clarified. Great. 1 and 1/4. 1.2. What is speaking a fifth of a language? So again, if you're wondering to yourself, well, why that seemed rude to separate people. I should have just made it like a select a bullet point question. I should have just had you only can choose a few answers. But you know what? This turned out okay in the end, I think. I think it's fine, but the staggering amount of responses that just weren't what I was expecting is kind of what was there. What else did people have? Oh, I liked some of these responses. So again, this was under like the 1 words, like answer this form in 1 word. And for some of the kinks, I get it. Some people had like a little like extra words. They added some adjectives to describe the kink more specifically. That's fine. One person wrote deep cream pies. And then they had to clarify. They said deep cream pies. But I do not ever want kids. Like, I legit get upset because the video says cream pie, and then the guy uses his dick to butter her labia 5 seconds before the video ends. It's bullshit. Just so, like, it, again, I'm not gorshing someone's yuck, but, like, it is, oh, fuck. Some people Some people just go really, really, really hard with it. Running mascara. That was another one. Someone just wrote medical. Like a medical kink? Does anyone in chat, you don't have to out yourself, but if anyone knows what a medical kink is that like doctor play? Is that like doctor play, or is that like I don't know what that, I don't know what medical means. Like you get off going to the dentist? Like Bill Murray in Little Shop? Hey, yo! Chelsea! Thank you for the 10, homie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Horse Kim Kardashian. You can use speculums, the strappy resistant things. I'm an actual nurse if anyone needs to know. Well, that's some medical right there. One person, not naming names, this is all anonymous. One person said their kink is to jerk off with a wedgie. That's so specific. That's so specific, though. Like, I was very, very, very intrigued by that one. Like, I don't know how, like, that is an intentional one. And that seems like, that was one that I'm just like, well, that's something anybody can do. Like, it's not like a fetish that, like, you need tools or, like, preparation for an internet link. You could just practice that one at your home. You could just... There was one, someone was like really descriptive with it. They were like, I need women to say this exact phrase, otherwise it is impossible for me to come. This is that exact phrase. Like, some people got like really, really specific with their kinks. And again, I enjoyed reading it, but it just didn't necessarily work within the realms of the games that we were playing. A lot of people said, can't come unless she begs for it. You're not alone, brother. You're not alone, brother. A lot of people wrote begging. Han shot first, bro. That's the funniest thing. Stop, dude. Someone said, and this is what I respected too. Someone said, I recently discovered I'm into sexy clowns. Rock on, brother. Rock on. Rock on, fam. Okay, so some of these were like, I would say very common kinks, not unusual. It's things that didn't catch me off guard. But sometimes people would add these descriptors that made them funnier than what they were, and I really appreciate it. One that I know off the top of my head that I added was someone for their kink wrote armpits, in parentheses, hentai only. And it was just so specific that I just loved it. I love that they knew what they wanted. Real armpits, but like anime, Like, I love the specificity that some people would give. This person wrote anal. Not in my ass, though. Anal, but one way. Or maybe they like it, they like viewing it both ways, but just not in there. I don't know. It was so good. This person, some people wrote their kink and they didn't describe it. This person wrote hot dogging, in parentheses, fucking ass cheeks. Saves you a Google. Saves you a Google. Some people were like too sweet with it that like you couldn't put them on stream because it just... they maybe could have worked, but content-wise, some people like wrote a lot about their significant other. What's the weirdest kink you have? They're like, I don't know, I really like looking next to my wife in bed in the morning. And I'm like, well, that's really touching, but can't make a game show with that. But there were some people that wrote some really sweet things about their significant others. That was really nice. This one got me. This one was another one that was hyper specific. This one says solo male with objects, preferably food. I feel like that's something I would type into like the AI chatbot generator where like you're trying to jailbreak it with a bunch of different adjectives and forms. So like this one is like a hyper fixated, incredibly fine-tuned like Google search. I feel like this is what's in their search history right now of solo male with objects, preferably food. Like, I feel I throw that into, like, a DALL-E, and it would give me a very specific image in mind. No, again, we're not We're not yucking someone's gorge. Okay, we're merely. This is all anonymous. Some people said, "What's the weirdest kink you have?" Instead of not answering, they just said, "I don't have kinks." A lot of people wrote, "I'm vanilla." Fine, that's very, very fine. Again, just not what we were asking. Some people were racist. There's a lot of racism. Not a lot of racism, I shouldn't say that. But there are a lot of people that said a lot of interesting things about certain races being their kink in a very weird way. So all of those people definitely got flagged, but I didn't flag them to be put into a large room because I didn't want to give them any attention. Someone's kink is missionary only. You love to see it. You love to see that. I love someone wrote their kink is come on my tits. I'm glad that you found it. I'm glad that you found it, you know? I love someone that just that knows what they want, you know? I stand by that. I stand by that. Someone's kink is someone wrote Hassan, even though I don't like buff hairy men. I'm glad you found him then. I'm glad you found him then. Again, a lot of pegging, a lot of femdom, a lot of femdom. Pegging and femdom, I think are probably like some of the highest kink in the community of the 500 ones that we got. Of all like the consistent ones, yeah, there's a lot of pegging, a lot of femdom, a lot of breeding, a lot of cream pie. But there's one person just wrote 2 words. One person wrote 2 words. They wrote ball fart. Someone want to explain that to me? Did someone want to explain that to me? How many femboy answers? Uh, 15. 15 of me just without people like that was just that. Some people wrote like femme or put it in 2 words. 15. That's a pretty decent amount. Ball fart is the opposite of pussy burp. Well, thank you. I was very curious about the yin and yang relationship between pussy burp and ball fart. So I really, really appreciate that connection. I did those did not need that in my life, but there it is. I'm going to do a couple more of these, friends. I'm going to do a couple more of these. But we're going to wind down with a couple more of these 1-sentence stories. One time I lost my virginity in a threesome. Some people also I want to specifically shout out the people that submitted a form multiple times. How do I know they submitted the form multiple times? Because they wrote the same fucking answers on the form every single time. Sometimes I think like, oh, some people want to give different answers for a better chance of trying to be on stream. Nope, I'm going to fill in the same crazy experience in the same way 4 separate times. I mean, I applaud it, but what's this one? One time I was having sex in my car in a Home Depot parking lot. One time a kid fingered me in the 2nd grade. Oh my god. That was false? Good. Why would you tell that's Jesus Christ? One time I jacked off in a neighbor's panties while she was away. That's like, this is what a lot of these things we had to read. A lot of people went straight sexual. A lot of people just, one time I gave my girlfriend a concussion while having sex. I have seen a man whip his dick out. Well, thank you for that true story. I appreciate it. One time I dated a bi girl in high school, and that now she okay, this is really crazy. One time I dated a bi girl, and she is married to the girl that I stole her from. Okay. One time I called a lady called to my job, and she was masturbating. I need, again, in one sentence, describe the craziest experience you have ever had in your life. One time, I had sex in my university's library and I didn't get caught. The craziest experience I've ever had in my life? Let me think. Oh, I have one. One time, I had a threesome with two strangers within 2 hours of meeting them. Okay, one time, I tried to have sex after prom. One time, I was in this threesome with a random couple that comes from out of town, and they would pick me up and we'd go to a bar, and then we'd have a threesome. That's the last one. We were reading all the sexual conquests. They got their due. Everyone heard about them. Now they're just like Tucker Max. I hope they serve beer in hell. You got your Tucker Max moment. One time, I submitted the same 4 times, but only changed the answers once. Probably, if I saw your name more than once, or if I saw the same answers, I was just like, well, they just kept submitting it. But anyways, friends, this felt really nice. I have some ideas planned out. As far as like work goes, I'm back in business, baby. I got a lot of fun projects coming up for Wubby's stream. We got a lot of fun stuff that we're talking about. We got a lot of things. So I'm back to being busy. I'm back home again. Jesse the Professor! Thank you for the 10. Y'all have been absolutely out of your mind tonight with the support. I was so nervous coming back. It just is so hard to not be here, to not do this, and I'm always worried about people forgetting about me or that I'm not needed in any capacity. But between last night and today, all y'all's continued support, all the people hanging out in the Discord, all the people that have kind of been given their words of support. I'm very bad at responding to things. I never know, man. Thank you for the 5. I'm very bad at responding to messages and things, but I do read things. So thank you, everybody. Protocol, thank you. Coda!
Sub to me with Prime.
I just want to know I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I thought stream was going down for a second. My goodness. But yeah, I have some fun stuff lined up. Right before I left, I had a stupid idea. I owe you all a 24-hour stream. A lot of people just got through subathons. A lot of people got through dubathons. Mr. Care Bear with a 5. Kelly, thank you for the 11 months. Coda with a 5 too. A lot of people have been doing those, but do not worry. This is not a subathon. This is not a dubathon. Even though my sub goal is a lot lower than what it was before I left, we're still going to commit to the bit. So we have a 24-hour stream planned because did you know there's like 15 Land Before Time movies? And if we watch all of them in sequential order, taking roughly 30-minute breaks between each one, that fills about 24 hours of content. So I'm still working out some details. I'm trying to maybe figure some stuff out, how to make it look different, how we can make it happen, Cap'n. But that's going to be coming up here within the next week. I won't tell you when because doing a 24-hour stream with no warning just is funny to me. And we're going to be doing a marathon go broke. Go big or go broke or whatever they say. streaming Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. If you're new here, I got so many follows. I got so many people that followed in the last month since I've been away. So if you found me through any medium, I appreciate you all so much. That's really cool of you to follow, even though I haven't been live. Hope you've enjoyed some VODs. ! Discord to get in the Discord. We're almost at 1,000 people in the Booty Land. The notification when I send to an everyone is over 900 people now. That is fucking insane to me. So if you want to be the 1,000th person, if you're going to be pre-K in the Discord, get in the fucking Discord. Get in the discord.gg/bootyswagga. That's where I post all my going live notifications. I'm very bad at social media. ! Socials or Twitter or Insta for any of those. But predominantly, most stream information happens inside the Booty Land, so get your little booty in there. And yeah, we'll be back to some normal shenanigans Thursday again. As we get into a whole bunch of just like, I don't know, dumb stuff like we normally do. Dumb stuff like we normally do. But what I am going to do is we are going to be going to our friend, we are going to be going to say hi to our friend Shan. Shan's doing a white elephant. Shan's doing a weird white elephant. We're going to go say hi. So, everybody, let's get a raid message. Let's get a raid message going. We're going to go give all of our love to our friend, young Elderberry. Let's just do, it's been a while. Let's just send our classic booty loves you. Let's just send our classic booty loves you, baby. Thank you all so much for being here. I can't tell you how much it means to come back and get all of your love. Get your booty loves you going. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I appreciate each and every single one of you, my friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Get in the Discord. I'll talk to you later, okay?